that I have learned over the years with wine tastings and wine dinners is that you can always tell when people are having a good time, because every time you try to get their attention, it takes longer and longer and longer. And this, in my opinion, is a good thing. So I'm glad you're all having a good time. But I wanted to speak with you, this will probably be the last time, if you're lucky, that I talk to you about the last two wines, which are the Brunellos. 2004 was an exceptional vintage for Brunello. They don't come around all that often, unlike in Bordeaux, where every vintage is a vintage of the century. But in Brunello, it's a little less frequent. It's a very high elevation, kind of cool climate, and so some years are definitely better than others. But 2004 was exceptional, and we had two very fine producers here tonight. We have the Casanova di Neri, which I think is a very traditional, old school style of Brunello. And then we have the Donna Olga, which is an old property, but newly acquired by Frigiali. Frigiali is a producer whose wines I've admired for a long time. I thought their regular Brunellos were very good. The Donna Olga they thought was exceptional, so they keep it separate. They bottle it as a separate estate. And it is a little richer style, I think, to my palate anyway, a little more New World, a little more modern approach. So I think it's fun to have these two to compare side by side. The Casanova di Neri, well, let me step back. Brunello started basically in 1888 with the Biondi Santi family. The fellow there thought that their grapes were better than in other parts of Tuscany, and he wanted the world to know it. So he started promoting his wines and the region's wines above all others. This is basically a single particular clone of what they call the Sangiovese Grosso. There's two kinds of Sangiovese. There's the Grosso, the large berry, and the Sangiovese Piccolo, the small berries. This is Sangiovese Grosso, and it's called the Brunello clone. And it produces, I think, wonderful wines. And the thing I admire about them is their complexity. Sangiovese can take many forms. It can be light and Beaujolais-like. It can be profound in the way Brunello is. But in order to be a profound wine, you have to have layers of complexity and layers of flavor. And both of these wines are good examples of exactly what Brunello is all about. They're aged a little longer in barrel. They're aged a little longer in bottle. That's what makes Brunello. So it's not just the grape and the soil, it's also the winemaking process itself. It's part of the mystery of Brunello. And then finally, the Donna Olga. Donna Olga is one of the matriarchs of the Frigiali family. So this domain was named after her, and I think it's a lovely wine. We had not tasted the Casanova di Neri before we chose it for this. It had gotten some very big write-ups in the wine magazines, and there's very little of it that came to Seattle, so we kind of jumped on it. But Steve and I went to a tasting last autumn where they did some pre-arrival opportunities for wine merchants, and we tasted this Donna Olga from Frigiali, and it just blew us away. We thought it was so good that we ordered a few cases for the store even before the store existed. And that's why we're serving it here tonight, because we thought it was so splendid. So I hope you enjoyed it as much as Steve and I did. And thank you very much for being here tonight.
Thank you.